Hello there guys and girls, welcome to part 5 of my how to draw above viewpoint series. In this video I will show you how to draw a character's front arm. Now you can actually do this with your own character if you want to, but obviously your own character is going to look different to this character, but you know. I did mention back in part 4, I've got this drawing tablet that I've ordered and I'm going to be making more videos with it and things like that, right? And it's where after doing some testing with something called a Canvas 13, it's where yeah, it wouldn't switch on its own, and I found it online on Huion's website for £206. I did buy a couple of extra items as well, like a skeleton glove and a stand for it. And what happened was that I didn't realize it's not a standalone one. You have to plug the drawing tablet into a PC or a laptop or a phone, but that's not what I want to do. What I wanted to do was to take the drawing tablet with me, take it to a quiet area in a gym or somewhere, because they have quiet rooms, you see, and it's where I wanted to like get on with my drawing tutorials through that. But after finding out it doesn't turn on its own, and obviously I can't drag my whole PC with me to a gym just so that I can use a drawing tablet, so I had to go and send the thing back. Now I had to go to the post office. I had to pay for the posting to be able to return it, and it came up to like £8.95, and I'm actually really, you know, really annoyed about it, because, you know, it didn't even say on the website if it was a standalone one or not. The one that I wanted was actually Canvas 22, and that's the standalone one, and that cost £1,006. Now imagine this, £206 for a drawing tablet that doesn't turn on its own, or one that does turn on its own and it's a standalone one, and it costs £1,006. £1,006 and £206 are two very different prices. I mean, the latter is like over four times as much. So, you know, I had to send the whole thing back. I did mention in part 4 that I used to have an old laptop that's from 2013. It's called Lenovo IdeaPad, and so that one's completely broken. So yeah, I had to give the drawing tablet back, and I had to pay for the posting. It was just like, oh my word. I still don't know what kind of laptop I want in place of it, because I was considering getting a new laptop at some point, so that at least I can actually do my drawing tutorials outside my own house. Now, you know, and the problem is that if you buy like a £300 laptop, they're really laggy and they just run out of battery and things like that. Whereas if I spend like crazy high amounts, like £900, which, believe it or not, I can actually buy a £900 one, but what I don't want happening is that I buy a £900 laptop only to find out that it doesn't turn on its own, or there's some other major issue with it. Then I have to send it back and go back to the post office, and I have to pay another £8.95 to send it back. It might even cost more than that, I don't know. But that's why I'm kind of holding off from trying to buy a laptop at the moment. So yeah, I've only got just my PC. Now my PC is really good. I can only record things at home. So when I'm outside the house, I can't make any videos, like practically none. The most I've been able to do without a PC or a laptop is record with my phone, like post commentary. But I can only do post commentary in my phone without a PC or a laptop. But there's nothing visual I can actually make with my phone, because obviously I can't draw. I can't do flash animations on my phone, can I? You know. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, right? There is an original character I came up with called Honoka, right? I've not actually come up with a surname for her yet. And it's where this character was made up back in like 2014 or 2013, I can't remember. It was one of those 2 years, right? And so this is a really old picture that you're seeing right now, right? And it's where the sad thing about this character is that she's not in any of my animations, believe it or not. I didn't want to introduce too many characters in one go, so that's why. And it's where the thing with Honoka is that if you look carefully, there's a lot of detail on her boots, and she has barely any detail anywhere else on her. So I think if I ever make like a 3D version of it, which I don't think I ever will, it's where if I ever did make a 3D version of her, I'd make sure she's got a lot more detail than that, because having shoes that's really detailed and the rest of you has like barely any detail, it's gonna look a bit strange, don't you think? And so another sad thing about this character is that she doesn't have a voice actress, because obviously she's not in any of my animations, so that's why. So you know. Oh, and also, I've been getting quite a few nice comments, so don't worry, it's nothing strange or anything. As well, I've been getting quite a few comments from people saying, oh, Honoka looks so pretty here. It's like, oh, thank you very much. It's like, yeah, you know, I actually did work on my characters. Well, I tried to make them at least good, but you know. I did try to give Honoka an unusual hairstyle, which you wouldn't see on most female characters anyway. Because the thing with female characters, or with real girls anyway, is that they tend to have hair that's just like straight down or is in the bobble, in a ponytail and things like that. So when it came to Honoka, I just thought, let's actually try and look up some unusual hairstyles that you'd never see in reality, especially. So I just looked them up, and I did see a few characters who had like spring roll looking hair, and so despite I say spring roll looking hair, it actually kind of matches Honoka quite a lot actually. So I thought, yeah, we'll pick that hairstyle. So I went and I like drew her hair that way. I'd imagine that Honoka's hairstyle that I've given her, that's going to be really hard to emulate in reality. Unless some cosplay girl tries to actually come up with a hairstyle like that, it's going to cost a lot, especially trying to make a shiny pink sort of colour, but you know. Oh, another thing is, when it comes to Kyoka, who's in a few of my animations, I noticed that one of her outfits, which is the one with the white long sleeve shirts, yeah, that outfit for Kyoka, that's really plain. But the thing with characters is that the more plain they are, the faster you can draw them up, if that makes sense, because obviously the more detail a character has, the more effort and time you have to put in. So I was thinking about giving Kyoka a more detailed outfit later on, especially in part 3 or part 4, the singing tricks thing, which is in the works. So I just haven't resumed it for a tiny bit. Technically, this drawing pose I'm making right now for N, that actually goes towards part 3 and part 4, because that same pose is going to be used across 2 different scenes, if that makes sense. To be honest, I actually like the new fur jacket outfit I've actually come up with my avatar, because the problem with the grey armour that which I basically based off Proto-Man, even though it looks a little bit too close to being Proto-Man, hence why I am changing it, is that the thing with the fur jacket outfit is that it's really detailed, meaning that I'm going to have to take ages drawing this. I mean, you know, I had to make the change. It's just like, no, I can't really go around saying, Tough Enough copied off Street Fighter, and Rose and Crystal is copied off Mega Man, and then turn around and do a similar thing myself, kinda. So yeah, I had to go change it. At least I got a more detailed outfit now, so you know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep the crests on my character, because I did actually come up with the crest designs myself, so I'm actually going to keep them on. Now, that's the only thing that's actually going to remain. I mean, by the end of the day, if you come up with something that's completely your own, you should just carry on using it, don't you? Yeah, you'll definitely see me hiding layers and such. It's because the shoulder is actually on a different layer to the arm layer. So, yeah, realistically, I should name my layers properly, because otherwise it's going to look very confusing. But there you go. Yeah, this fur that I came up with on the edge of the shoulder and on the jacket, yeah, that took me absolutely ages. No wonder new part 2 took me so long. I can't believe the fur jacket tutorial I made, which is titled How to Draw Above Viewpoint Anime Part 2 New Version. Yeah, that was actually 57 minutes long, whereas this video I'm making right now is like 13 minutes long. It's like, yeah, I think I better make my tutorials a bit shorter from now on. Yeah, just be careful when copying and pasting stroke lines because it can highlight the wrong parts that you want to delete, so if you just follow it like how I do, you should be okay. So yeah, let's go put some shading on there. Yeah, there we go, that looks a lot better now. That looks more professionally made. Yeah, just watch out for white spaces that might still be left over. Oh, also, I tend to colour code stroke lines. I have said this before, but I colour code stroke lines so they're not getting in the way of each other. Yeah, you would have seen me do this a bunch of times on my other tutorials, but I tend to have boxes that has different colours in them, and it's just to order things out properly so that I can grab the colours whenever I need to. And also, I tend to use gradient fills a lot. That's how I make the shines in characters' hair and such, so yeah, there's a little bit of complication involved when it comes to getting rings in people's hair and things like that, but if you follow my tutorials you'll definitely get the hang of them by now. And yes, this is transferable to other art programs as well, which is a good thing. Yeah, just mind out when using gradient fills because this tends to happen quite a few times where I have to zoom out completely and then find a big massive circle and then smallen it down. So yeah, that's actually happened a few times during my art journey, so yeah, just mind out that the gradient circle thing tends to be a bit wacky, but sometimes it's really tiny. I don't know why that happens. The thing I love about art programs like Flash is you get to pick your colours quite easily. There's loads of different ways to do it. You can either just pick it from the colour options, or you can use something called hexadecimal and hand type in like different letters and numbers and get cool combinations. For instance, now of course this is in 4x speed, so I'll just tell you it in easy words that to make light green you need the hexadecimal 66FF00, and to get dark green you need 66CC00. So I only had to change 2 letters there. Oh, by the way, with hexadecimal it's from A to F and it's 0 to 9, so yeah, so basically there's like 16 different characters. So, you know, you can test them out yourself with art programs, but yeah, believe it or not, my avatar's gloves are supposed to be asymmetrical because as you can see, on one hand he's actually got like a sword crest, and on the other hand, which there'll be a few pictures of that I've made, he's got a magic crest which is like a stave, and it's supposed to be green. So that's why he's supposed to have asymmetrical gloves, because his right hand is supposed to be for sword attacks, you know, physical attacks, and his magic crest, which is the staff one, which is on his other hand, which I'll draw up in the next tutorial, that's supposed to be on his left hand, so yeah. Now you're probably thinking, why are you only making his gloves asymmetrical? It's because I once saw this character who had like a white band on one hand and a red band on his other hand, so I thought, oh, that's quite a cool idea how they actually made an asymmetrical character just like that. But yeah, so I decided to apply the same thing. Yeah, just one last thing, watch out for the layers, because I nearly put the layers in the wrong place, so I made it look like my character's arm is behind my character's leg when that's not supposed to be the case. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to actually show your support, you may tick like, share, or subscribe to my channel. You can even do all 3 of them if you want to. So yeah, and with that, I'll end off the video. So thanks you for watching.